income tax, electricity, water rates. I never touch the stuff. Dear Mr. Wormsley, with regard to the daily cleaning of your office, I hereby hand in my notice. Yours faithfully, G.H. Arbuckle, widow. He knew what he was doing.
Oh, spring cleaning, Mr. Wormsley?
Morning, Polanski. What do you think about that, eh? Mrs. Arbuckle's handed in her notice.
Well, don't tell me you're surprised.
Surprised? My faith in human nature's shattered. After all, I only owed her for a mere 13 weeks. Compared to the income tax authority, she wasn't even under starter's orders.
I was just going to have my mid-morning cup of coffee and I heard you come in. I thought you might like to join me in a cup.
Coffee, Polanski? I think a little champagne's called for.
Huh?
Listen to this. From none other than the chairman, managing director of Universal and Allied Confectionery Enterprises, British Isles Division. Dear sir, I wonder if you could call at our headquarters to discuss what I suspect to be a case of industrial sabotage. I suggest a rendezvous at 1:45 p.m. Tuesday. That's today. Yours faithfully, S.L. Curran. Take note, Polanski. When the British economy is in danger, they know who to send for. I wouldn't be surprised if George Brown had mentioned my name in an unguarded moment.
I'm very happy for you, Mr. Wormsley.
Well, it was bound to happen, wasn't it? I mean, times have undeniably been hard, but such is the fate of all, should we say, great artists. Take Picasso. Years of obscurity and then recognition. Oh, yes. I think Universal and Allied Confectionery Enterprises British Isles Division should be worth a couple of bob.
Well, I hope you won't be forgetting all your old friends when you're rich, Mr. Wormsley.
Oh, Polanski, how could I? You'd be more than a friend to me.
Oh, well, let's say just a good neighbour.
No, much more.
Really?
Yes. You know, you've been so good that I was wondering...
Yes, good morning, Mr. Wormsley.
No, not money. No.
Not money?
No. My particular problem's this. The old driving licence seems to have expired. I haven't been able to get across for my road tax, and apart from that, the finance company reclaimed the car last night. So, I haven't actually got the taxi fare on me. I can't arrive there by London transport, even if I had money for the ticket.
I'll get the keys.
Yeah, do that. The heart of industrial England. All the big firms are down here, you know. Household names, every one of them. Probably one of these. Probably that one.
No, it isn't.
What's that?
That's the Razor Blade Company.
Oh, must be further down then. Funny. You wouldn't think you could miss a big establishment like that. We must have passed it.
No, definitely not.
Look! That's not a factory, it's a gypsy encampment.
Well, good luck, Mr. Wormsley.
And next time, not so fast, Polanski.
I'm glad you reacted as quickly as you did, Mr. Wormsley. I got this idea from a Japanese film that I once saw called The Seven Samurai. You see, this man leaps out on this other man just to make sure that he's a person of the caliber required for a highly dangerous task. Actually, I'm a great admirer of the Japanese and their industrial methods. Being little people, one can get so many more of them into one factory. Actually, it did cross my mind to staff this establishment with little dwarves. But then I thought I might run into some trouble with the unions. You are the private detective, gentlemen.
Yes. You're Mr. Curran, are you?
Quite, yes.
This is the whole factory.
Quite so, yes. Of course, we have our administrative department at another address, but this is the mainspring of the operation.
Not quite as large as I expected.
No. Well, don't let the size mislead you, Mr. Wormsley. We are, in fact, the world's largest distributors of an exclusive sherbet mixture. Naturally, many of our competitors are somewhat jealous of our position. And that is the reason why I suspect industrial sabotage.
Well, you've come to the right man there, Mr. Curran. What exactly has been happening?
Well, you see... Please follow me. It all started about a year ago. A large part of our output is concerned with sherbet tubes with licorice straws. Somebody was clogging up the straws.
No.
And you can imagine the consternation that would cause in some of the underdeveloped countries where we are striving to increase British exports. Well, recently, something far, far worse has been happening. Would you follow me, please? Yeah. Feel that? Feel it.
It's a bit damp, isn't it?
Precisely. And you know what that means?
What?
No fizz. And a sherbet without fizz is scarcely sherbet at all.
Seems a clear case of sabotage.
Ah, I'm glad you think so, because I have recently become cognizant of the fact there is a certain amount of industrial unrest in this establishment. Well, some of my labour force have objected to coming in on a Saturday and a Sunday and being paid off when the work gets slack.
Say no more, Mr. Curran. The picture's quite clear.
You don't mean to say that you have a suspect already?
Well, when one's had my experience, you'll probably arrive at the same conclusion.
Who is it, then?
Oh, offhand. Communists.
Ah. Yes, I think you're right.
Am I?
Well, certainly, yes. In fact, I was reading in the Financial Times only the other day that the Soviet bloc are trying to get into our traditional export markets.
Well, of course they are. They've probably got a sherbet collective behind the Urals.